Comic book fandom has grown over the decades since its inception in the late 1930s. Although cosplaying or dressing up as a character has been around since the 1980s, it has become significantly more popular over the last 20 years. Laura Garcia has created her own brand and developed her fame with the art of cosplaying.
Hey, my name is Laura Garcia. I've been in the comic book and cosplay world since about 2008. I love everything nerdy, everything from anime and comic book conventions to obviously dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. It's like a full-on obsession, but it's so much fun. I'm a graduate from UTD. I graduated in the EMAC program in 2015, and I'm having so much fun just going out into the world and seeing all the nerdy things I can find and bringing it to everybody on the interwebs.
Comic book fans span all ages, especially with the cinematic universes having such a large following.
I've been a fan of comic books ever since I can remember. When I was a little kid, I would always try to go to the store and find all of the, animated books from TV. When I would see it in the store in a book, I would think it was so awesome that I could have something physical telling me the same story, almost with more action though, because I could make it come to life and give the characters the voices that I thought they should have and the emotions that I thought that they really brought to the screen, but I was able to kind of make it up myself and pretend that I was in the story with them, and it just gave a whole different element to it. And since then, I've just always been a fan of comic books.
Comic book fandom went from being a hobby to becoming a culture in the late 1960s, thus leading to the comic book conventions we know today. Some cosplayers have established themselves as household names to fans, becoming an inspiration for many.
Oh my gosh, my favorite cosplayer by far, and probably the biggest inspiration still to me, is Jessica Negri. If you haven't heard of her, you need to look her up because, oh my Lanta, she is amazing. She's so insanely talented, she's beautiful, and she's always true to herself, no matter what. She's most famous for, I think it was 6 years ago, she made a Pikachu cosplay, and she wore it at San Diego Comic-Con, and she said she just went because her friend had an extra ticket, and they told her to dress up, so she wore a yellow bra, and she made some yellow shorts, and she made a tail and some ears, and she was done. And that shot her into fame, because she's gorgeous, and at that time, that kind of skimpy cosplay was new, but she's kind of said that, she kind of broke the barrier for women that we can wear something however we want to wear it and just have fun with it and kind of create things however you want to create them. And she's not afraid to do that. And she's not afraid to tell people that, you know what, love me or hate me, I'm still going to do what I want to do. She's so funny and she's so real. And I mean, that is somebody who I can definitely aspire to be and definitely always be an inspiration.
A cosplayer's individuality is not only shown by their style, but some choose their names to give an identity to the persona they have created.
In Jurassic Park, there is this line when Muldoon has his gun and he's sitting inside of the bushes and he's looking for the raptor and he locks eyes with one and he's looking at her, and then another one comes from the side and attacks him and he's clever girl. And I was that's my favorite line from the whole movie, and that totally was I feel like I'm a clever girl. So clever fangirl is perfect because the people who get Jurassic Park will get the reference, and those who don't will just think oh, maybe she's a smart fangirl, maybe. So that's how the name came to be.
Although some costumes may seem similar, each cosplayer has their own unique style that highlights their persona.
If you want to find out anything about upcoming conventions or anything nerdy in the area, especially Dallas and Fort Worth, anybody can always go to my website. That's www.cleverfangirl.com. I'm constantly updating with new stuff. My Instagram is cleverfangirl. That's where all the dinosaur and Jurassic Park stuff is mainly. I'm working on a Jeep build right now to build a Jurassic Jeep, so that's super exciting if you want to follow that progress. And Facebook as well, you can see all of my costumes and we can talk about everything fun. So yeah, I'm just very excited to see what the future has to hold in cosplay and conventions. And it's just so much fun. If you haven't gone to a convention, I 1,000,000% recommend that you go. You will not regret it.